Biafra, superstars, media.
Just to support our military, but also the case that Nigerian government has instituted against the United States of Biafra cabinet members using these criminals that are working with them, their agents. That is what this fundraising is all about today. So Biafrans, please donate and donate and donate so we will have all the money we need to confront this terrorist state of Nigeria. Be not deceived. When you see the court case, it's not about them, ex-brigade, all these disgruntled elements. It is the Nigeria DSS using these disgruntled ex-brigade cabinet members to sue the United States of Biafra cabinet members. On that note, I'll hand it over to Famdi. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I talked so much, but that is what it is. Famdi, you're muted.
Thank you very much. That talk is needed. It's needed. This explanation is needed so that who no go know. That's what it is. Nigeria's lies was just brought in the open for the world to see. And the activities of this week in the two courts, in the Nigerian dungeon court and in Finland, has just opened their behind for the world to see. Nigeria is a great player in deception and lies. I mean, they are masters in deception and lies. One of those lies is what? They always claim and they tell the world that they are trying to keep Nigeria one. All the time. And that keeping Nigeria one is nothing but colluding with the jihadist Fulanis and other stooges to exterminate Biafra. Nothing else. We didn't do anything to them. As a matter of fact, Biafrans, when you think of Nigeria, have been good citizens and law-abiding because we go to different parts of Nigeria. And then we even do our businesses there and open up their places, bring them up. And yet, they hate us. Anytime you hear to keep Nigeria one, anytime you hear they're fighting for the unity of Nigeria, no. They're trying to keep Nigeria one to exterminate Biafrans. And we can see those. Remember, what did they do? You know they are masters, just like I've told you. They used divide and rule all the time. They look for the soft targets among us. They use their stooges, political stooges, whom they've selected, not elected, to do their bidding. And those selected ones are happy serving their masters. And I really think that a lot of us, a lot of them, are sick in mind and in head. Because they should have known that there's nothing greater than their freedom. So they use that. Look at them, just like the DPM mentioned a few minutes ago. Those that they tagged terrorists are the ones that they're using as their crown witnesses, both in Nigeria by masking them, and then in Finland, those ones, they couldn't mask them. So it wasn't business as usual. So when they use them to be their crown witnesses to come and lie, to implicate a freedom fighter, you know what that means. So those that are the crown witnesses in Finland, for the few minutes they were there, perhaps maybe till the case finishes or whatever, those ones, they're hailing them. They're their crown witnesses. That's why they are liars. Nobody lies like Nigerians. Nobody lies like Nigeria state. We know what they're doing. And not only that, they are using some of the ex-Bridgie fallback Republic members. They're using them. What they couldn't do in Finland to stop the declaration of the independent state of Biafra, what they couldn't do then is what they're trying so hard. But I tell you, the harder they try, the harder they fall. That's exactly what it is. Nobody has monopoly of anything except Nigeria, that has monopoly for lies. And it's really falling apart this time. Biafrans, each and every one of us should know that at this stage, the rhythm, the tempo of this freedom dance, or this freedom, is not for the weaklings anymore. If you do not know that, know it today. It's better that we die standing up than kneeling down, because we have the right for sanctity of life. At this moment, we can't breathe anymore. The barrels of guns, the lies, the collusion, everything, all the atrocities of the Nigerian state has made us, we can't breathe anymore. And the only way is to wrestle ourselves, defend ourselves, and protect our lives, because we have every right to do so. So it does not matter who they use, whether they use IPOB, members or ex-members or, criminals, or they use even your sister or your brother. We are here. We will not let them do that. We're going to defend ourselves in any way that we can. Brothers and sisters, Biafrans, the dice is cast. And we are here today, just like the DPM has mentioned, to donate, to contribute, to defend ourselves in any way possible. This is a victory that we must all have. So everyone, I welcome you. No one will claim now that they do not know what is happening. You've heard it all. And you know what? The sound of truth and Biafra freedom is what is ringing. And we are here to ensure that it comes to fruitful end. And then we're going to rejoice with happiness and then glorifying our Almighty God for what He is doing for us Welcome, everyone, and let's start.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Famdi. And I know there's somebody, Chuk Survival, that wanted to show a brief of the lawsuit that these criminals took the United States of Biafra government, cabinet members, just a brief of that. This case is already in court, and we are going to see to the end of that. But Biafrans, be not moved. What they're doing to Simon Ekpa with the criminals is what the Nigerian DSS tried to do with some of us. But this case is dead on arrival. So if Honorable Chuks have that, you can be able to share to Biafrans and to the world what these criminals, headed by the Nigerian DSS and Nigerian Tinubu and Christopher Musa, have gone to present to the court in Washington, D.C., and so that Biafrans will be fully aware of what is going on. Go ahead, please.
No.
You can read that Chuk Survival and just go down and explain. Again, I can do that.
Okay. You can just give a brief.
Yeah. All right. So this is just a summary. Again, this is a public record, a public domain.
Yes, it's public.
So there's definitely nothing that is private that we are showing to the world. But the reason is that it's very, very important for Biafrans to be part of this process. When the Nigerian government, Tinubu and the Christopher Musa, files a case against the United States of Biafra cabinet, headed by our Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, this is exactly what they did. Like we've said here before, they will always use those that are Biafrans to fight Biafrans. Just like in Finland, they use those people that are working for the Nigerian state that are Biafrans to testify against our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. This is exactly what they did. So let's go up. Let's start from beginning. Honorable Chuk Survival. Okay, so this is a history. And the case they said is Biafra Republic government in exile versus United States of Biafra, Biafra Republic government in exile, de facto corporation et al. Timothy J. Kelly presiding, date 5/5/29, 2025, date of last filing 6/3/2025. So this is, remember, the United States of Biafra, the Biafra history is a continuum. Please go up again. Go to the beginning. So it is a continuum from the Ojukwu, our Honorable Ojukwu, to Wazlike, to Nnamdi Kanu, to Simon Ekpa, now to the United States of Biafra. It is a continuum. Nothing changed.
Nothing.
The basic need, the basic reason for Biafra is the same: to leave a country that reintegrates non-terrorists into the community, into the police, into the security. Even these terrorists, as they are reintegrating them and giving them AK-47, giving them GPR, giving them all kind of ammunitions, they will use these ammunitions to launch, to target countries like the United States of America, like Britain, like other well-known countries that don't engage in this criminality. That is what the Nigerian state do. But they won't tell you that. Tinubu and Christopher Musa, they will come to you in Dubai. They will come to you in Saudi Arabia. They will come to America. They will go to Britain to ask you to give them arms, to give them money to fight the terrorists. Be not deceived. They are the terrorists. Do not give them anything, because they are the one that encourage the terrorism.
Yes.
Nigerian government policy is to reintegrate non-terrorists.
Exactly.
That is why every month you hear that they graduated 5,000 Boko Haram. The next one, you will hear they graduated 5,000 ISWAP, ISIS, and all that. Next, you will hear they graduated 5,000 Fulani terrorists. That is what the Nigerian government do. They use their money, the money you give them, to send these people to build them homes, give them houses, and they use that to reintegrate them into Nigeria. So when Tinubu and Defense Minister Christopher Musa come to you, America, Britain, France, Japan, any country in the world, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Dubai, Mauritania, when they come to tell you that, oh, Nigeria is filled with terrorists, give us money to... No, do not be deceived. Tinubu and Christopher Musa are the one that reintegrate those known terrorists. It is their policy. They bring them in to help them win elections. They bring them in because they are in high numbers. They integrate them into the system and tell them to go and vote so that they will continue to be in power. That is one of the major reasons they bring them in. So when they come to ask you to give them money, the Tucano jet that America gave Nigerian state, there was a specific instruction not to use that jet in the southeast and south part of Nigeria. Today, Christopher Musa and Tinubu are using those Tucano jets in the southeastern part of Nigeria, killing innocent indigenous Biafrans. So they've broken that rule. That enough will make America not to give Nigeria any single support again, because all they care for is to kill all the indigenes that come from the oil producing section of Nigeria, which is the southeast and the south. So no matter the thousands of barrels of oil they promise you, be aware now that that promise is on the blood, the blood of innocent citizens. So stop it. Do not do that again. Look for other resources. Look for other ways to develop the resources. Look for other ways to build your resources, to give to your own citizens, to give your own people. Do not build your wealth on the blood of innocent and indigenous Nigerians and innocent and indigenous Biafrans. So as I was saying, the Nigerian state has taken the United States of Biafra cabinet under Simon Ekpa, whom they are holding in Finland, and under Nnamdi Kanu, whom they are holding in Nigeria. Now they see that despite holding in Nnamdi Kanu, despite holding Simon Ekpa, the United States of Biafra has been declared. So now they realize it's no longer about an individual. It's no longer about Nnamdi Kanu. It's no longer about Simon Ekpa. It's not about me. It is about the wish of the people that can never be extinguished. That is exactly what is happening. So what did Nigerian government DSS do? What they did is to now rally around some ex-brigade cabinet members that were around Simon Ekpa, and now tell them to go file a case against this United States of Biafra that has been declared. It's all about the Biafra. Do not be deceived. It is not about any other thing except the realization, the protection of the United States of Biafra, which every Biafran have vowed with their blood. They must protect it this time. Nobody will stop that. That is what Nigeria is missing. So when they tell you international community stories that they will continue to give you the oil, you will continue to lay the pipe on the ground to suck the oil from Biafra land to Europe, I'm telling you, that is not going to happen anymore. The earlier you cut off that relationship and allow the people of Nigeria to live and allow people to exist and allow people their life, the earlier you do that, the earlier history will judge you as an individual, as a president, as a country that cherishes the fundamental human rights of individuals more importantly than any economic gain. So this is what these criminals perpetrated by the Nigerian state have done using their DSS. So they filed this history 5/29/2025. That was the day before we opened our Washington D.C.
embassy.
It was a Thursday because our event was on a Friday.
Yes.
So they used this individual called Amandabiri that works with Moran Globals in Washington, D.C. And Elias Gonzalez is one of those individuals planted by the Nigerian state as a lobbyist. He's not a lobbyist. He was planted by the Nigerian state to disrupt, again, to stop the restoration of the United States of Biafra. Thank God, the crop of Biafrans that are here at this time are people that we are 10 times ahead of everything that they are planning. So, in conjunction with that Elias and Amandabiri and some of these ex-Brigade cabinet members, they now went and filed this lawsuit on 5/29/2025. If you can go ahead. So the docket summons 1/63/2025 electronically as they sued. You can see there's a request for summons to issue filed by Biafra Republic government in exile. You can see Dabiri Abkenari, that is his name. Dabiri Abkenari Arman. And Biafrans are using this opportunity to tell the global, Moran Global, this guy, Dabiri Abkenari Arman, he is going to destroy your firm. I promise you that. You better sack him immediately. This Dabiri Abkenari Arman, he is the one used by the Nigerian DSS to sue Biafrans, so we will not get our independence. And whoever in their wider sense thinks that this guy is going to succeed, never. He entered this case 5:30, case assigned, reassigned, the case assigned to Judge Timothy. Whoever is Judge Timothy J. Kelly, again, we're using this opportunity, Biafrans, to tell you this case is instituted by the Nigerian Criminals DSS terrorist organization, using this Dabiri Abkenari Aman and the one they call Elias and some of their cronies in Biafra, like those that went to testify against our prime minister. It is all the same cabal. That's what they are. Certificate of disclosure, corporate affiliation. So they docked it for certificate of the closure of financial interest by Biafra Republic government in exile. You can scroll down, please. So now you can see on number 3, the father entered this same Amandabiri working with Moran Global. They went ahead and listed all these names you see here are the cabinet members of the new nation of the United States of Biafra, that was declared in Finland on November 29th, 2024. The Nigerian government tells them to go and sue us, to go and sue those cabinet members. That is exactly what Amandabiri and Elias and the Brigade, some of the ex-Brigade cabinet members that we are previously, all this while, that we are affiliated with the Nigerian government to stop the declaration and the restoration of Biafra. So when they knew they couldn't stop that because of some of us, what else did they do? They went to court to sue Biafrans. So now you see Biafrans suing Biafrans. For what? Nothing except the wish of the Nigerian government and the DSS to stop the restoration of the independence of the United States of Biafra. That's exactly what you are seeing here. You can see all the names that were listed here. These are on public record. If you can scroll down, please. Okay. So they filed the complaint against all defendants, and then they summoned about 14 or 15 people. If you can scroll down, please. Oh, that's it, right? Okay, great.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you so much. So this is what the Nigerian state and the DSS have done. Using the criminal elements that were in former Brigade cabinet members And you can see them every now and then. They will say that they are this, they are that. They use them, they colluded with them. Now, Nigerian government using this Ahmad Dabiri and Elias and whoever they are working with in Biafra, they've sued those that are working for Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu. So again, this fundraising today, we need all the money from Biafrans, from friends of Biafrans. We need all the money to ensure that the Nigerian state, the Nigerian terrorist state, does not stop the restoration of the United States of Biafra. Thank you so much, family.
Thank you. Thank you.
You can close the
close it up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So I know it's already nighttime in Nigeria. So we will start like usual with people in homeland, Biafra land, and those of us that are going to work or have emergency to leave. That's what we're going to do. And then today, we're just going to make it straight, not much accolades or things like that. We are really here today for something very, very serious. And we are ready for it. No shaking. All right? Over to you, Honorable Chuk Survivor and Honorable Ugo. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Biafra, Biafra. Yeah, Superstar Media. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra, Biafra. I wanna know. We going back to the land. We going back to the motherland. Biafra, Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra, Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land.